Greetings. Greetings. Lights. Oh, there we go. This is Iyanda Siraj, the Eclectic High Priestess. I'm so grateful to be sharing this space with you. I am live on YouTube right now, getting ready to do messages from your council. Messages from Your Council is live right now over on YouTube. So if you want to join us, feel free to get on over there. So we are going to be doing kind of like a week ahead type of vibe. I know it's Tuesday. We still got a whole lot of week left. Don't come for me, right? You still gonna get what you're supposed to get, yo. All right, so first we're just gonna see kind of like, hey cousin, good morning, you guys. So we're gonna get one or two general overall messages, and we're just gonna check in with the whole council and see what you got going this week. I heard two, so that's what we're gonna end up doing is two messages. So you can ask your question or think of your circumstance. Okay, somebody got 10 of cups, 2 of cups. I see you. Some partnership or some project bringing you a whole lot of fulfillment, a whole lot of happiness, or maybe you're finally making a decision regarding your heart space that is going to in turn bring a lot of peace into your home and in your life. Let's see what we got here for the collective. What do we have for the collective the week ahead? Hey council, thank you so much for letting me spend some time. Ooh, my navel just started itching. Solar plexus activations. We got the death card. We got the lovers in reverse. And we got the 5 of pentacles. Oh my gosh. All right. And then we got judgment in reverse. All right. I heard misjudged. I heard indecisive. And I heard didn't play out the way you wanted. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't play out the way you wanted. All right. Okay. Now let's look. I want to focus in on kind of like week ahead of what you can expect from this week. So for the first people, I did 3. I don't know why I did that when I said I was going to do 2. Here we go. Okay. So you got the death card. Very indicative of this energy that we're under right now. Our moon is currently in Scorpio, full as can be. Okay. So a lot of things that have been held are now being released. Okay. And also, I mean, I don't mean like your own stuff, because, you know, I felt the need to specify that this is not just like, oh, the drama and the trauma that you've been holding on to. This is actually talking about things that have been withheld from you are now being released and you can receive them. Okay. So I know that's not usually how the full moon energy works, but Uranus and Neptune got gifts for y'all. So and I also feel like some people have other gifts that are in this alignment. So you might have some transits or some whatever connections in your chart that are being affected right now by this energy. So it's offering gifts right now. It's offering you things rather than you having to kind of like continue to let go, right? Because that's the message, letting go. But I feel like for this group, there's definitely a message of things that have been withheld are now being received. Okay. So I also feel like too, there are some very prominent energies around you who will be seeking you out. Okay. There is something about you being the yes man or the no man. Okay. Something about you being the decision maker in a situation here. And so there can be people coming to you y'all see how this Pope or priest is praying or pleading, and this is death coming, right? So there could be a situation where you have power in your hands to make a decision for something. I don't know, this feels very intense. Okay, this feels very intense, but I'm hearing something about you calling the shots. Oh, I'm also heard how you did. I saw how you did, homeboy. Please take it easier on me. That's what I just heard. So, and I just heard it. Look at this, dude. This horse is riding over somebody's body already. It said, I saw how you did, homeboy. Please take it easier on me. Yeah. So somebody is pleading. They don't want the same fate that they saw somebody else meet this week. And so, or They don't want that same thing to happen to them. So you have somebody in your field who is placing you up on some type of pedestal after a time of struggle, pain, opposition. This week, you're going to see the sun start to rise. It's horizon on the horizon, right? It's back there on the horizon, peeking up. All right. Okay, so that scene back there is actually the scene of the moon card. So when we see the moon card, it has those two pillars, those two towers, and then it has the moon and the sun together in the sky. So now the moon has passed, the full moon has passed, and now the sun is coming up, meaning that all those things that got rustled up in the full moon energy are about to be floating on the surface. Okay, they're about to be floating on the surface. They're ripe for picking. Where the accent come from? They're ripe for picking. Okay, these things. Okay, so we're gonna build on that. Let's see what the angels want to say about the death card for this week. Heard how you did. I saw how you did, homeboy. Please take it easier on me. Come on now. All right, let's see. Yeah, there's a whole lot of water flowing here. There's a whole lot of stuff happening. So a whole lot of personal truth, a whole lot of insight, knowledge, wisdom is flowing. It's all flowing. It's all everywhere. People are activated right now. 3 of Ariel would say this actually is a time of inspiration for you. I also feel like this is a time of personal growth. Remember I said people are like now seeking you, you know what I'm saying? So even if they are not the ones who are in apology, they are seeking you. People are seeking you for your insight, for your intellect, for just your spirit that you offer. Okay. I also feel too, there is a collaboration. Somebody is going to be coming to you. They're going to be pleaders, but there's also going to be people. I see Ganesh coming. I see Ganesh. He sits right in front of me, but he's standing out to me. So there is somebody coming with something for you, with gifts for you, with ideas. I also feel like there could have been something that you planted a seed just a few weeks ago, or maybe just within the last few weeks. That's going to come back now. That's going to start working for you, and it's an opportunity for you to be a cultivator. It's an opportunity for you to be. I'm hearing the host, the orchestrator, the manager of something. Okay. What's the animal kingdom got to say about it? I do feel like this is your spirit team 100%. But since we're talking to the council, it feels very intense that they want you to know this energy of collaboration is not just the people down here or the things that they brought you down here, but it's also bring a lot of emphasis to the connection that you now hold with the spirit realm. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're honoring that and giving it the time it's supposed to be, so that, you know, if you're cooperating, they can work for you, right? If you're cooperating. What does the animal kingdom have for the death card? Meerkat. Get support from a trusted group or like-minded friends. Yeah. So this is saying that, one, if you have been in energy where you were feeling like you didn't want to ask for help right now, and that was an energy that we have been picking up on for some time, because we had projects and things that we were aware other people would attempt to try to take from. Okay. So this is saying that you can get those, you can call in your help. You can put the call out, I guess, for some people to come assist, and you can trust. I guess now that you really know you more, now that a lot of things that have been illuminated and a lot of things have been cleared out, a lot of falsities and things like that, you have a more firm foundation. And so the people that are coming in, you will have better discernment now that you have stability, now that you are not always looking around for the next danger or the next pitfall. You can better cooperate or collaborate with spirit to create right now. So spirit, I'm also... The meerkat also is, the eyes are kind of hollow. So I also feel like this is almost one of those things where it's like, there's a lot of angels and spirits taking form to help you. Okay. Me and my daughter were talking about this the other day, Archangel Michael. So this guy was in the store. He wanted to buy cigarettes. All the cigarettes was too expensive for him. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I was just like, okay, I'm gonna buy this man cigarettes today. So I bought him his pack of cigarettes, and he thanked me, and he was just standing there looking at me like, why would you buy me cigarettes? Like, who are you? And I was just like, I don't know, shoot. Sometimes when I want to smoke weed and I ain't got no weed, somebody help me buy weed. So whatever. So, um, so I wasn't thinking much about it. And so he said, he was talking to the cashier and said, my name is Michael. And when he said his name was Michael, y'all know, I don't know if I ever shared this with y'all, but I married Archangel Michael like 2 years ago. And I know this is weird to say out loud, but yeah, so I married Archangel Michael like 2 years ago. And so when he said, he was talking to the cashier and said, my name is Michael, he said, like Archangel Michael. And I was just standing to the side and I heard him, I was like, okay, Michael. So, I just knew who he was at that point, an older Black gentleman. And I just walked on out the store. When he came out, of course, he wanted to talk to me. So we talked for like 30 minutes, but I just shared that because it's talking about a lot of people embodying. So there's some spirits taking form to help you out right now. That's the animal message. Let's see. Inner child. Let's see what the inner child wants to tell you about the death card. Inner child regarding this death card energy. Inner child, death card, Ace of Water, rest to search your soul. Okay. So I don't feel like the rest to search your soul is more so speaking about you don't have to use all of the energy that you have. You don't have to get overexcited, over ambitious or anything like that. This is gonna happen. It's going to happen. So you don't really have to rush it. You can take your time. I also feel as if with the Ace of Water, that's someone that the offer that's coming is very much something to bring rest to you. Okay. So whether that's an assistance in some type of endeavor that you have, or it's just a truth, an apology, some love, whatever, an offering, whatever it is. Oh, you might need to do offerings if you have that this week. If you have the capability, you might need to show gratitude back to your ancestors and spirits this week so that they can help you. And so anyway, there is a sense that something is coming in to bring rest to your soul. And with that collaboration energy up there with the meerkat and the 3 of Ariel, that speaks very highly to someone wanting to take a load off of your shoulders. Okay. I also hear too that this could be why this person or entity is coming to you because there is something they need to offload. They can't rest. So they need to make things right with you, their friend, their confidant, their partner, whatever the case may be. They need to make right with you. They need to clear the air so that they can finally rest, so that there can be peace. Okay. So the inner child is saying that, rest to search your soul. This is saying that there's a whole lot of truth, insight. And I think what's happening here is this cycle that's closing for you, if you resonate with what's happening with the death card, this cycle for you is a cycle of sorry, y'all, of ignoring your own intuition, of ignoring your own truth, ignoring what you know to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, inspiration and desires. So yeah, so this is definitely saying that there is an opportunity for you to rest in truth, rest in the fact that you have support too, rest in the fact that that what was taking place is ending this week or has ended, and you're getting a taste of the newness this week. So you may have lots of friends coming in for sure to help you handle something. Ascended Masters, what do you want to add to this? Ascended Masters, what do you want to add to the rest to search your soul? Participation and aloneness. Okay, so they're saying that there's definitely needing to be some balance here. I also feel like if there's any imbalance when it comes to how much you're giving out, how much you're taking in, make sure that you balance that. Participation is talking about the pillars, and I feel like this is all the contributions, every action that is contributed to bring stability and promise to a situation. Okay, and I think that is asking you to focus in on your own individual offering. Okay, what is your own individual offering this week? Because with the Hermit here, it's talking about aloneness. Okay, aloneness. Now, sometimes people come back around or want to be a part of your life because they are lonely, because they miss you, or because they miss what energy you brought to the situation. All right, whatever. Let people miss you though. Anyway, talk about this, because when you know what your contribution is, you begin to use it properly. When you know what your skills are, when you know what you bring to the table, you can then use it as leverage if you need to. You can also use it to protect yourself, whatever the case may be. Once you know what your thing is, you know where it needs to be. Okay. There is some Virgo energy here. So you got Virgo, Scorpio. Then we got what's this, Virgo as well. Okay. Yeah, Virgo. Secrecy. It came out in reverse, but y'all know how I feel about it. It's secrecy nonetheless. So we did talk about the moon setting and the sun coming up. Okay, so we already been talking about, people have already been sharing. It don't matter where you look, you're gonna hear about it. This Scorpio full moon was supposed to illuminate secrets. It was supposed to dismantle. Okay, so with secrecy popping up and it's the past, it's serious, the past. So this is talking about structures that once existed. Either secretly or structures that had secret agendas or secret motives. Okay, remember, I saw how you did, homeboy. Please take it easier on me. Okay, so remember, that's that energy, because it's more like I want to come forward towards you, but I'm anxious or I'm nervous because I see you. Like, I see what you be doing. I see the truth. And something about being held to a standard here for somebody. Okay, because I don't know who you was putting on their knees before, but whoever is coming in now knows that you got the power to put them on their knees. Okay, it is not in a negative way. It's a respect. It's a respect. It's you're being honored or respected for your part in life in general. Like what you do down here, people see it and respect it. And so that's something that's happening here this week. People wanting to collab, people wanting to really soak up what's going, not in a vampiric way though. Come on, not in a vampiric way. Anyway, but definitely want to soak it up, right? They definitely want to soak it up. What we got? Ancestors, angels. Oh, we didn't ask the ancestors yet. Dang, I ain't none of my cards over here. I thought I had put the other ones over here. Let's see. The ancestors want to add title cards. Listen to the instructions. Listen to insight right now. Make sure that if you do include people on projects this week or in the near future, that you are actually respecting their opinion and their input. With the Six of Pentacles here, give and take, exchange. Make sure that you're actually respecting what they have to offer if you've invited them in. Okay. With the Four of Cups, make sure it says accept all, reject none. Accept all, reject none. That's a weird energy when we're talking about what we're talking about, but that's okay. I feel like also this week you could be in some type of I want to say moral conundrum, but it doesn't really feel like that. It feels like it's more societal, like how you feel like you're supposed to feel about something, someone, or a thing. So if you are somebody who has the ability to give somebody opportunities, and this is, I'm just going to say it the way I'm hearing it, and because of the culture that we're living in right now, it's not, I don't know, you feel some kind of way. Like, say you are a person of color, you're building something, but you want to give the opportunity to someone who's not of color. Okay, so there seems like there's something like that here. Okay, just roll with it. Trust yourself, because remember, accept all, reject none. That doesn't take away from you. When you carry that energy, it can't be taken away from you. Now, I want to ask the romance angels, because I feel like for some people, this could tie to romance, love, connections, forgiving and learning. Okay, so yeah, this is talking about thanking whatever has happened, thanking someone for engaging with you, thanking the situation itself for presenting so that you could gather what you were supposed to gather from it. So I feel like this is something that is all personal. You may not, this part of it is very personal. It may not be something that you're sharing with other people, and that's totally fine. It ain't none of their business. All right, the lovers, what's going on? Lovers in reverse. Why is the lovers in reverse here for this week? Oh, the Star. All right, so I feel like a choice is still not being made regarding this wish granted. There's a wish that's just sitting a gift that's just sitting, and a choice is not being made, or the choice that you made actually leads you to a wish come true. Now that's what the answer is. A wish, I mean, a decision that you made. It wasn't the decision that people thought you were going to make, or it wasn't the decision that you even thought you were going to make. It leads you to wish fulfillment. Okay, it leads you out of a difficult situation, some type of weird binding or something, or over extending yourself or some way, in some way. Either way, this choice is going to bring in a wish fulfillment. It is going to bring something closer to you. Okay, yeah. So I get the feeling that you made a courageous choice to change your situation, right? Because you could tell that from this situation. Okay, I'm going to give you background on this. In this situation, whatever this choice that you made or are getting ready to make this week, it's coming with the realization that whatever it is, it doesn't allow you to think clearly, or maybe, so if it's a person, you're like, I can't think clearly when I'm around this person, or my energy is off, or whatever this is, it's because you couldn't see clearly. You felt like there's uncertainty, or there's drama, or there's just stuff that's unclear in the situation, and it's not the good type of unclear. Like it's like you're walking away because you're saying no to confusion. I'm saying no to confusion. I'm saying no to secrecy. I'm saying no to all of that by just walking away. What's back here behind this? Yep, Queen of Swords, Queen of Michael. You cut it out, right? So this week is beautiful. If you can see the truth of this, it doesn't matter. It's not about making other people bad people. It's not about any of that. All this is about you deciding that you don't want something in your life anymore. It's not about the people specifically. It's about you. Okay, so Gemini is in reverse. I do feel like that's you putting down some type of split energy. Maybe you were feeling one way and doing something else, and now you're making the decision to do what you feel like you're supposed to do, like what you feel, move in alignment with what you feel. Let's ask the animal kingdom for their insight or their guidance here. I also feel like some type of connection or work, some type of agreement or something that doesn't work out this week is actually a blessing in disguise. It comes with a constellation prize. Comes with a constellation prize. The no. There's something out of balance in your life. So do whatever you need to do to correct it with this. Okay, so the Lovers there in reverse would definitely indicate that there's something out of balance. So I feel like that's the reason why you're walking away or making the decision that you're making, is because you want the freedom of the Star card. You want the gift of the healing that you've worked for. And so whatever this is makes you feel like you are still climbing up this mountain, and you don't feel like you're supposed to still be doing that. I'm with you. Climbing the mountain. So whatever this is, you decided to clear some old lover energy, maybe making room for, maybe you're making room for a new energy to come into your life. It doesn't have to be romantic just because of the Lovers. This could be anything. You're making a decision to clear space for your destiny, okay? What you want to say, ancestors? What you want to tell them about this? Four of Cups, rejecting what? Rejecting pettiness, rejecting conflict, rejecting scarcity mentality. Five of Swords is not necessarily money related, but it can talk about your mindset also. But it's definitely you're walking away from conflict. The mountain is the conflict. It is a sense of I feel like somebody is breaking through something about not putting other people's feelings and emotions before your own, because yours are honored. You have to honor yours too. So that's only honorable for so long. If you begin to honor other people's feelings more than your own over time, that's no longer, it's not going to be a good energy to be in. right? Because there here come Oludumare saying, you'll create a whole nother cycle of that. So yeah, so it seems like you're working through this. You're overcoming this. I do. The cheetah is dead. The cheetah is dead. So I'm not sure if you rejected somebody or if you walked away from somebody who was a cheater, and so now they dead. Look at that. You see that? Um, that was beautiful. I don't know what type of energy that was, but it's complete with the world here, or Oludumare here. Wow. Okay. I'm hearing like an old lady singing like a Negro spiritual. I don't know what that's about, but I'm hearing just like a deep, soulful, like humming in my ears. Galactic ancestors, galactic guides. What do you want to add to this? Embracing family. Okay, now. Okay. Unconditional love at the bottom. Wow. So yeah, okay. So you stepped away from something that seemed as if it was too much of a challenge, but the star card is here saying that whatever your decision, your decision, the way that you acted in this situation is a catalyst for some type of healing. I do feel like it's a catalyst for someone to be seen as they really are, as a troublemaker. This week, the cheetah would represent the troublemaker. Okay, so someone is rejecting, or people around you are rejecting this troublemaker. I don't know. So embracing family is here saying that there is, though, this element of things coming together because of this. I see someone in jail and I see someone sick. So someone going to jail and someone getting sick. These could be family members, for sure. Someone in jail could get sick too. I don't know. That's interesting that popped up that way. I do feel like this week there is some healing with the family. Oh, I'm seeing, what's it when, if you don't, okay, what is it saying? If a child is not respected by his village, he'll come burn it down. Somebody, you didn't burn it down. And now you're being highlighted because you didn't. But you did rustle up some feathers. And this week, it seems like there is a sense of being embraced by your family for what you've gone through, for this journey that you've been on. Okay. I like it. Let's see what the inner child wants to say to this group. Inner child, what do you want to say to this group? I mean, we are embrace life. So there's definitely, you have the word embrace twice. So I feel like there was an instance where maybe I said you whatever decision you made, the decision might have been to just stick it out, okay? Because with the eight of water here, this does talk about walking away as well. So maybe you did walk away. There is a shielding from emotional, I don't know, abuse, I guess I'll say, but there's a shielding from some type of emotional manipulation here that could be coming from family. See the shield and the water? There's definitely some type of protection here, even though there's a wish being granted. Okay, a wish is being granted for healing within a family unit, perhaps, and you still gonna walk away. You have to, but this healing, I don't know, something, you serve as a catalyst for this, or you're going to be highlighted as someone who inspired everybody else to look at this situation different, to embrace your viewpoints, whatever the case may be. But it does feel really, really dope. Okay. All right, card number 3, since you just had to come out here, what are we doing? 5 of Pentacles. The council. What do you want to say about the 5 of Pentacles? You know what I'm hearing? Somebody who didn't want to share. Okay, you got the 3 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. The Three of Swords would say that there was some type of intentional, what's the word I looked up last night? Intentional miscommunication. Intentional miscommunication. Ooh, intentional reporting of information, misreporting of information this week. There's something here about an intentional misreporting of information. What is this about? What is this about? Whatever it is, it could have in the past caused. Okay, yeah, all right. So in the past, it caused for someone to be without something that it feels like was rightfully theirs. I also feel like it's just in general cast them out or left them in the cold without the things that they needed. Okay, so with the Magician here, clarifying it, it tells me that this is one, you're saying these words. I'm also hearing the word affirmation. So it's like you're saying things a certain way to intentionally trick your mind and your psyche into getting out of this Five of Pentacles energy. Okay, so you're literally putting all this effort into transmuting these thoughts. But since it is Pentacles, I feel like there's a sense of whatever this information was that was intentionally manipulated or intentionally miscommunicated, to manipulate, because the Magician is here, and in reverse it talks about manipulation. There's definitely a sense of this as being recovered or of recovery in the situation. See, and somebody is reviewing the details. Like there's details being reviewed right now regarding this. Okay, for whatever reason, I'm picking up on a court case where someone was left with less than they should have gotten. Now, this can be in family court, like child support and stuff like that, and someone intentionally like didn't work. Okay, say this person has degrees. I'm just use the example that I know. This person has 3-4 degrees, master's degree, everything that they need to get proper work, right? But because they know they're going to court to calculate child support, they decide to just go get a job at, Walgreens or something like that, so that income can be reported. So they intentionally report the wrong income so that they don't have to pay as much, or so that the other person can be left like this. Okay, it was a manipulation, and now this is being found out. This is being found out, and I don't know what it's going to do. Like, what can a person do? Do a person have to pay back child support? Like, what is it? I don't know. I feel like I need another one of these cards, though. Anyway, the Five of Cups. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. Okay, so it seems like whatever was lost in this situation, the specific thing from that source is not going to be recovered, but you may recover it from somewhere else, because it feels like that's something that you've been working on or something that you have going on is still going to be successful. Because you have the Three of Wands here, or the Three of Gabriel, talking about plans that you're making or actions that you're taking right now will indeed be success. And then it has the Tower, so it's going to be an expected success, honestly. Which is the case usually when people are attempting to work against you in a certain way or keep things from you. It's always unexpected to them that you overcame it, that you still did X, Y, and Z or whatever. I was just having this conversation. Manatee, accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. Yeah. There's no need to try to put energy into fighting this. Okay. Whatever this might be. It may be tempting saying, yes, I need to stand up. I can't let this person get away with this, whatever. They're not getting away with it. And that's the truth of it. So with this here, it says, if you just accept it, honestly, because, what you see right now is not all of it. You know how we talk about people getting their karma, but then we always want to be the one giving it to them. That's just not how that works. You know what I'm saying? So we have to let situations happen, let people move on, because it could be 10, 15 years before that person ever get karma. And if you sitting there waiting for them to get it, then you ain't living your life. Okay, but down here, the period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. So whatever that was trying to be cast over you, or whatever it is that was being withheld from you, that time of energy, that time is passing. Like I said, I don't feel the energy of necessarily, let go, express yourself. Seven of Wands. Um, I'm feeling the Seven of Wands as an energy of like restraining yourself, or refraining from being emotional, refraining from trying to go against this thing or work against this thing. It's like, just let things happen the way they're supposed to happen. If you need to speak up right now during this time, or if you need to do something, I'm hearing protect your energy. So, not reacting or overreacting in this situation is going to be the best path. When you talk about protecting yourself, see, making waves. Yeah. So there is waves. There's a lot of emotional energy being maybe being moved around right now. And the Ozarka truck just drove, and they never come to the back like that. So I'm not sure what they're doing. But the water sage is here telling me that you have, what's this, water and fire energy? Yeah. So there's definitely some sense of protecting your emotions, guarding your energy, not allowing yourself to get wrapped up in whatever this might be. Because, and I'm going to see as we go, because I do have a few more cards for this one, but it feels very much like, suppression. You may need to express how you feel about the situation, almost, because remember, it says everything happens for a reason. So it's almost as if it's saying, this is happening to be so that it can be expressed. This is happening so that you can say it happened, or something like that. I don't know. It's happening so that you can say it happened. It's part of your story of survival or overcoming, or something like that, I guess, because you have the Ten of Wands, which is suppressing or burdening. All of this is showing you to be the true magician or true alchemist that you are. There's definitely a revelation here this week. How you swing from thing to thing, how you get knocked down and come back stronger. Like that's the emphasis. That's energy here for you this week. Yep, beyond delusion. See, judgment, beyond delusion. Yeah. Right to the Ace of Swords, which is consciousness. So there's an awareness of spiritual lessons that's happening for you this week, an awareness of spiritual lessons, contracts, challenges that's happening. What was that? Something about attachments. Okay. There's conservative attachments there. So there might be still some things that you're holding to, kind of like out of routine, I guess, out of comfort. Galactic allies, what do you want to add here? A lot of great energy today. Desperation. What is this? What is desperation talking about? Seduction and addiction. Suppression. Ooh. Okay. Let me go back and look at this again. Okay, somebody is going to experience a sense of rejection. And this desperation, seduction, and addiction altogether give me weird energy, like, and arrogance. Okay, somebody is going to deal with somebody has been or will be dealing with a very, with that kind of energy this week. Or you may begin to see the outcomes of a long journey with this energy, with whether it's within yourself or with another person. Arrogance. Okay, so this one, you're closing a cycle about survival fears. Five of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Yeah, about survival. And someone who's actually been playing up on this, on your survival instinct. Someone has been playing up on this, okay? I don't know, to keep themselves relevant or needed or something like that. Interesting energy for the week. I don't get it. Okay, let's see. But we do have the magician here again. Twice. So that tells me that now I just feel like there's an energy of transmuting all of this. Really, really, what's the Seven of Cups? Disillusionment. Okay, so yeah, whatever this is, someone's been under a spell. The spell is breaking. The magician came out twice to say that the spell is actually breaking. Like I said, I say spell, but yep, Hierophant. The spell the spell could be your beliefs in something, how something works, understanding of structures of or constitutions, things like that. So there's something that's coming down for you. But I feel like with the magician and the Hierophant together, that definitely talks about some type of practitioner of magic or some higher ideals or learning magic. Okay, learning how to do a certain thing. To attract what you want, to even how to use healing energy to address addictions in certain patterns, in certain destructive patterns. Okay. Yeah, Ten of Wands again. So there's definitely some burdens being lifted. Or you're becoming aware of this burden in the root of it, and that it's not totally you. It is you because you feed it, of course, somehow, but it's not totally you. That's interesting. Okay, so let us, how we want to do this, get an outlook for the week, the next couple days. Here, one, Scorpio energy. Man, Scorpio popped out twice in that first card. Scorpio came out to clarify Scorpio again. Man, telling y'all there's definitely some supportive energy, I guess. I really don't know how to put that, but Scorpio is definitely creating new beginnings for people when it comes to, I know that's a cliche thing at the full moon to say, but it feels like this energy is literally creating new foundations. It's creating the new foundation by clearing the old foundation, by filling the cracks, by pulling the weeds, by doing all of that. So to make sure that the foundation is stable and sturdy for the next season. It's another 5. Okay. I also feel like there's a little bit of secrecy. You remember we were talking about people betraying or people trying to steal and things like that. It doesn't matter because something has started. Collaboration. People want to collaborate instead of compete. There's a whole lot of energy here. So the gifts that you've acquired, your discernment, your foresight, just use them. Don't be super vigilant, but make sure you're using them. Ooh, I knew it was a romantic energy with this one because the swans came out. So maybe you're connecting with another water sign. If you're a Scorpio, you could be connecting with another Scorpio. If you feel like you're in a very transformational just energy in your life, in your day-to-day life, you can feel the transformation. You can see it. You're doing things to bring transformation. If that's where you are, then that transformation is about to meet you. Okay. It's literally about to meet you. Okay. I also feel like you might be meeting a person. You might be meeting a person. Oh, okay. So if you are in this first group or you felt resonated with the Scorpio, the death card, I feel as if there's a energy that a new person is coming and something that's worked in the past is not going to work this time. Now, whether that's that person's approach or whether that means that some other like environmental aspects won't have the same effect on this situation as it has in the past. What do you mean by that? Why are you telling me that? So like, for instance, if you feel like you've been in a situation where romance wasn't cooperative with you, other people may have been coming into the middle of your relationships and things like that. That's not gonna work this time. I don't know if it's just because the person is wiser than the other people have been, and just like to trust what they see. You know what I mean? Other than other people, trusting other people's input. Reach for the stars. Yeah, this person is gonna hear a whole lot, and they still gonna come for you. And that's where I went all the way back to that song. I saw how you did, homeboy. Please take it easier on me, right? Because now this is getting deep. So this week, this person, Scorpio type of person, might approach a new person who's interested in you or something like that. They may tell them something or try to tell them something, tell them secrets. Remember the secrecy. They may try to divulge something, but this person has already set their sights on you, and whatever is being told to them don't match what they already see. So this person is going to reach for you anyway. They're going to reach for the stars anyway and see what the real truth is. Self-development. Yeah, see, this person trusts themselves. They already learned the lesson of listening to the homies. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Exactly. This person is not going to fall for that. Or you ain't gonna fall for it. You know what I'm saying? You maybe if you see thrift, yep, because you know it's being recycled. You know this is old news. This is old news. And then I feel like also thrift is also saying that um so this is saying that something from the old wants to be used again, or somebody is trying to use an old trick, recycle a trick. That trick is not gonna work. Come on now. The month of May is here, so we are in the last week of April, and so that means something significant for the next week or so, for this week, right? As we move into May. All right, what else? Can I get a shout out? Somebody trying to get clout. Somebody trying to get clout. So yeah, this secret is kind of like somebody's just trying to. I don't know if it's because of the person or because of you. I don't know if it's because you have a spot in the spotlight, or if this person has a spot in the spotlight, but this third person is trying to get on somehow. And if they have to do it by way of clout, I don't think that they're against that. Forgive yourself and left on red. Yeah, somebody got rejected. Let me get two more here. Okay. Red light. Yep, somebody got cut. And then get a room. Okay. Get a room. Red light special on through the night. Okay, so yeah, that's the secret that somebody gonna try to say. Somebody gonna try to make your sexuality or your bedtime, your nighttime activities a topic of conversation. You know, somebody gonna how do they used to put that kissing and tell? Somebody kissing and telling a past person trying to kiss and tell to the new person. Communication just popped out. Yeah, so, and it's the two of diamonds back here. And I don't know about y'all, but that always makes me think of two of swords. I'm not big on cartomancy. I haven't learned it yet, but it makes me think of swords. And so the diamonds, and even though pentacles should be because of money and value. Anyway, either way, see, all of that was a message. My ears popping. So there's definitely some miscommunication about your intention, about who you are, about being promiscuous or whatever. Don't nobody care, okay, about what they think, honestly. Let's see, what's that? Read the fine print. See, this person is smart. This person is wise to the ways of the jealous and the envious, okay? They're wise to the ways of people and how they move when they want something. All right, let's clarify the lovers, the power for the lovers in reverse. Wine, it says developing over time, the good stuff, finesse, ripening, ages well. Come on, yes. It was in reverse though, so somebody may be stopping drinking, but also something that has been worked on for some time is finally finding resolution. Okay, I feel like whatever this choice that you made in the situation regarding family, you made the right choice, and it's going to, family legacy is on this card too. So that means that whatever direction your whole family was going, you changed the direction. Whatever you did changed the direction of this whole group. And It seems, and I'm hearing it right now. Like I'm literally telling myself, how did they do that? Why are you saying that? And see, that's what's going on with you. You may be doubting that. You may be even telling yourself that you may have thought that you couldn't find success in the situation, or that you were kind of like barking up the wrong tree. And whatever this is saying that what you did was good. Honestly, I feel like nobody expected you to be able to stick around, stick it out, see it through. Whatever this is, and you did. And when I say nobody expected, I mean that even like higher up, they was like looking like, is she gonna pull it off? Is she gonna pull it off? Is he gonna pull it off? Like that's literally how this looks. But I feel like there's a toast, cheers type of thing that's happening right now for you. Imposing, powerful, independent attitude. You stay calm and collected through this whole thing. And I feel like that's really what this is about. I'm not sure. It's like there's this energy of kind of like, even people who are against you, who don't understand you, they really just want to understand how, what, when, like, what is it that you be doing? How is it that you do it that keeps you so peaceful, that has you in this place? That has you in this place, you know what I'm saying? And so I love this energy because, I mean, attitude is everything, right? Handle carefully. Yep. They say the snowflake. It's saying, first of all, you're being applauded for how you handled this situation. You did not let your ego rule. You got the Leo card here. You stood out with your truth. You were confident, even though you had zero support, zero physical support, people, community, whatever. You just kept going and kept doing it. I also feel like you stayed warm. You got a snowflake and you have Leo. It's like total polar opposites. You were the snowflake and you literally could have melted. It was intended for you to melt. All this heat that was sent to you, it was intended for you to melt. But what you did was you maintained your chill, and you still was out in this light. You stood in this light, determined. And I don't feel like you had to aggressively do anything, but it just feels like you stayed loyal to what you said you was going to do, like you always do. Oh no, I'm going to see this through. I can literally hear somebody saying that. Oh, I'm going to see this through. Okay. Flow. There's definitely an emphasis about how you handle this. Your emotional balance, your intellect, your energy signature in this situation is highlighted. Flow. Recycle. I'm hearing that this is about to create a new cycle. It's like I'm reforming. I'm rewriting this cycle. You're not going to be going through this cycle again, but there's multiple people, probably family members, of course, who are now entering the cycle of healing, of forgiveness, of everything. And it's almost like you created the wave for them to flow in on it. You know what I'm saying? You created the wave for them to flow in on it. And that's a beautiful thing. Anybody who actually surrenders to it is going to be blessed abundantly. Though it's those who decide that you ain't the one that they want to learn from. That's going to be the problem. It's people who are going to be like, she ain't got nothing she can teach me. He ain't got nothing he can teach me. Okay, well, don't learn it then. Don't learn it. Nobody forcing you. Taurus, stubbornness. You're going to see that stubbornness in the situation. So even though there's going to be a very significant shift in how you're supported, how you're seen, I mean, it's not even about you specifically, because I don't feel like this is about you needing people to understand you, but more so now that this understanding is possessed by these people, there's going to be a small trickling of them to come to you for your assistance, for your help, for your understanding, just to be in your energy field. You know what I mean? Because, switch. Switch meaning that they change positions. They've changed teams, even if that's a thing for you. They've switched teams. But even if it's not a whole switching of teams, it's that they want to get on the track that you're on. And wherever your path is taking you, that's where they want to be going to. So, and they don't even know what it is. They don't know where it's going to take them. And that's how you know that you made a change. in a group of people, because it doesn't matter what, they don't care. They just see that the peace that you're able to have right now, in the midst of whatever might be going on, with whatever pending, whatever going on, whatever happened in the past. They just want with the peace that you're exemplifying right now. It don't matter where it's taking you. They don't care. And that's beautiful, because what it is, you're awakening their consciousness. Remember, all in that one moment, there was like 3 or 4 different lessons, because not only are they surrendering to a teacher or an example, they are also making the conscious choice that that's the path that they want to go on, freeing themselves of whatever choice that they made before. So basically, they're basically stacking spiritual lessons by deciding to listen up to what you have to say. You know what I'm saying? And so they're stacking these spiritual lessons really by just being in the flow with you. You know what I mean? That's a deep, I mean, that just made my fingers itch and everything. Like, that's a good one right there. That message is good. Forgive yourself, root cause. So there could be some people in a situation who will need to, anytime I see forgive yourself, I also see repent. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like part of repenting, part of being able to go say I did this thing and just admit it, you have to accept it first, right? So I feel like that when we talk about repenting, it's not just a saying it to somebody else, even though I feel like, the 12 tribes just popped out. So this person or people could be of Hebrew, they could be Hebrew, or have some very specific bloodline, some type of, they could resonate with a specific like biblical bloodline or something. Yeah, they could be like a Hebrew Israelite or something like that. I also feel like this could be tied to a family of multiple belief systems coming together to collectively feed each other's consciousness. You know what I'm saying? So you have all these different belief systems within one family. It could be that all of the tribes are coming together to join in their power rather than operating as individuals. So, my mom and daddy got 12 kids. So that actually stands out to me. We not all here to work together right now, but cards on the table, stability, and Ark of the Covenant. Whoa. Yeah, so there's a deep repentance here. Deep repentance, but also because cards on the table would say also that we are repenting, right? And the Ark of the Covenant would be that we are also we're also seeking cleansing and purification. Okay. We're also seeking to see God's face. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's also something about like seating yourself in a truth, entering into a belief, entering into a system. There's something about that there. My solar plexus is shaking right now. So that means that I feel like some skeptics turned devout followers. Look, smug energy is here. So scatterbrain, now that's somebody trying to, when I get to work and my solar plexus starts shaking, I always automatically think about somebody trying to get at your girl's energy. We were talking about that last night. How to know if people be on your energy or trying to attack your energy. Hypocrisy, y'all. Okay, so I think that all those messages really just came out to clarify what we were talking about before. So a very specific person can come to you and say, hey, you called me on my BS. Hey, I've been full of shit. Hey, I've been a hypocrite. Okay, I'm gonna put all my cards on the table like this says. I'm no longer being stubborn. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna tell you what I saw. You told me these things and I fought these things. This reminds me very specifically of a person that in my past, honestly, I had no qualms about who he was, as an Israelite, but we know how aggressive they be. You know what I'm saying? We know how aggressive they be. And, even just their aggression is grounds for somebody to snap. Like, why are you in my face? Get away from me, right? But this guy, he never really tried to preach at me on any given time, but we did have a couple of times where he was basically really adamant that what I believed in was satanic. And he was really, it wasn't just me, but it was like everything. Gay people, he was against that. He was against everything but the shit that he was doing. Okay. Which was extramarital affairs, which was the weed, which was less than kosher business dealings and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing all that stuff. Come on now, miss me. But I never judged, because I'm not that person to be like, you're this person, so how can you preach to me? The way, the approach that I took with him was, I just kept asking him. I said, have you noticed that I've never once spoken negatively about what you believe in and the lifestyle that you live? And he was like, well, I'm a righteous servant of God, and it's my job, it's my duty to come up against the evil. I said, okay. I said, all right, I understand that. I said, but if we are in a intimate connection, why are you doing that to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, why aren't you seeking to understand or even have any kind of knowledge of what it is that I am for real, or who I am for real? You know what I'm saying? Rather than based on what it is that you believe or whatever you've been told. Because I do believe that he was also being told things by people, but whatever. I just tried to bring to light to him, it's not about right and wrong. I've never once tried to make you wrong about what you believe. Do I agree with everything that the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, be spreading? No, I don't agree with everything. It's not that I don't believe it, because I believe it as to be truth. You know what I mean, for them, but I don't subscribe to it, right? So fight with the truth is actually right here on top. So that was me saying the truth is that neither one of us have to be right. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not harming you or anybody else in my spiritual practice, and God honors it, God is honoring my spiritual practice, because I have peace of mind and the fruit is showing that God is honoring it, right? Why are you choosing to be at war against me? You know? So this person there's definitely some different type of enlightenment, especially with the Ark of the Covenant here. There's definitely a different type of understanding that this person now has about how things work together. Okay. Because remember, the 12 tribes, every reference to the number 12, honestly, in the Bible is also talking about the zodiac. Okay. You can also see multi-layered meaning referring to the zodiac and all of the different qualities and different times that they will be in power and different times that they will reign, okay, on earth, right? Just like the zodiac wheel, different times that those different energies will reign and be of higher power than others, right? So yeah, so this person is definitely coming to a different understanding, and I feel like they just feel like they've been called out, they've been read, and even though they try to fight it, they had to accept their truth, right? Swift. So this person could be coming in very swiftly with their truth. You know, they want to make sure that they can, or they want to see if left on red. Unfortunately, they may not get seen. Their message may not get seen because it's kind of out of the blue. And you don't even know if you want to spend your energy on it, because I'm seeing the budget card there. You don't even know if you want to spend your energy on it. I saw smug too. Anyway. Okay, let's move on, y'all. I think that's enough for that. What's this third one here? The Five of Pentacles. It's already been an hour. I'm telling you, this time be going by so fast when I be on here. I think we lose time. Okay, I'm just throw this in here for y'all. I think I might do a channeling on it later, but if I don't, here it is. Black Mirror. There's an episode on there where they were using their energy. They were exercising and they would rack up these points to pay for everything, their existence, food, their room, everything. They couldn't really choose what they wanted to eat. They couldn't choose what they wanted to watch on TV. All these things were pre-chosen for them. The schedule was chosen for them. that's a significant reality for us to be looking at. That's a significant timeline for us to be exploring, because it's a very tangible thing, something that could be really made true right now. It's actually being birthed at this current time through Big O, YouTube, and all these other streaming platforms, where we get on there and spend our time on the internet with people live streaming. And getting paid for it. And I mean, if you've ever got onto one of those platforms, not just YouTube, but even like Bigo, literally people will sit there for 12, 18, 20 hours just talking to the screen so that people will send points and coins and whatever. I don't even know how it works, but yeah, so that they'll send those things in, and that's how they're making their living. We have to be careful, because we're shifting into that reality. Like, I feel it, I see it, I see a reality being created based on people wanting to make money via online platforms. And I get it. But what do you sacrifice by deciding that you're going to do that? Real life, basically, everyday life. You miss your life. So anyway, Five of Pentacles energy over here. You can also, if you want to clarify for me, this desperation, public venues, crowds, meeting. Okay, so somebody, what is this? Okay, so some type of event could be orchestrated or planned this week. You could attend some type of community event. I also feel like too, you missed an event maybe last week or something, some type of event that you planned to go to and you didn't go to. It's almost like, I feel like somebody was expecting you to show up. And why is that significant to us this week though? Because this is definitely in the past. Somebody was expecting you to show up. Yeah, it's the earth element. They were definitely banking on you showing up. Now, what is this about though? You know what? You've changed. That's all this is about. You've changed. Somebody thinks that they know you and they don't know you no more. Somebody thinks that they know you and they don't know you anymore. Okay. I'm not sure why this person or why you were expected to show up in this way, or what was going on, why it was necessary for you to be there. But the fact that you didn't show up, it definitely sent a message. It sent a message. And I'm not sure what that message is, but we're going to see if we can get something about it. I enjoy this, actually, the energy of it, though, because it seems like you could have averted something. But I also feel like someone was kind of desperate to connect with you, and maybe they have some type of restrictions on their side. They were really hoping they was going to get to see you or connect with you at this event. Well, Aquarius. And then options is right there on top. Send the invite. But they did. It's like, okay, so maybe you're gonna get an invite. Maybe you will get an invite to an event this week. Indecision, friendship, send the invite. I just feel like, I feel like if you didn't attend this event and they really wanted you to, they didn't send you a personal invitation. Okay. And now they're like, dang, why didn't I just send an invitation? Or why didn't I just say, hey, are you coming to this event? But with the Aquarius energy here, it does feel like they're having to think about the next step. They're having to come up with another plan. With the Aquarius energy, I also feel like if this is something you haven't received, you're going to receive an invite this week, and it's going to feel like a very passionate and very loyal and grounded offer. Okay. It's going to feel very grounded. Unfortunately, it might not meet your expectations, because this person could just be acting out of desperation. Your light fills the room. Yeah, this person just wants to be around. They just want to be around. So it's almost like, ooh, covens. Look at that. Remember, I think like 2 months ago, I warned you guys about during this period of time, it's going to be very important that we're careful about the types of events that we're invited to and that we go to, especially if we don't know the people that well. And then, of course, online platforms, like online events where you can't necessarily see what's going on or what's being done. Not to say don't do it, but just you're going to have to be careful during this time, because there's like hive mind. There's these groups that have these thoughts together. What is it? The show that I'm watching is called Hilda. It's a cartoon. Don't mind me. I get so many downloads from cartoons. And she goes to the Rat King. The Rat King is literally a entity that's built up of sewer rats. It's like all these sewer rats combined together to create the Rat King. And the Rat King is the keeper of people's secrets, okay? Because, rats, when they be in people's houses, they can hear. They get all the little details. They get all the little crumbs that people drop behind, okay? So the Rat King collects people's secrets and dirt, okay? And now I feel like, why did I start talking about the Rat King? Oh, the coven is the Rat King. So you have one person who's probably like the spy who gathers information and then takes it back to the hive, which each of those individual rats do that. Each of the individual rats go and make moves and collect information and then go back and feed the Rat King. And in order to receive a secret from the Rat King, you have to give him a gift, give him an offering or a secret or something like that, make a sacrifice, right? These people will not learn. Okay, so balanced heart. Okay, now listen. Shiny things, direct communication. Okay, now listen. I said all of that. The Rat King may be coming to offload some secrets for you. This is an act of desperation. They really want to seduce you back into their good graces. I'm saying it this way because I'm using the words that are here. Doesn't have to be negative, but I'm using the words that are here. Okay. But I am getting a very desperate energy when it comes to thinking that if they don't make a move now, if they don't come with a lot, then it's going to be denied. So that's where we come from, desperation. Now, seduction and addiction is a secret. That's the secret. That's a secret. Okay. That is going to be shared here. Now, with the balanced heart, I feel like someone is meeting my aunt. Okay. Someone has come up, has been faced with my aunt, and their heart is being weighed. They are dying spiritually. And you know what? This could have manifested in some type of actual, death or crumbling of something in their environment or in their life, but they're going through a spiritual death right now, and they are being judged by my aunt. Balanced heart. Aquarius, expectations, your light fills the room. Okay. I do feel like that speaks exactly what it says, but I'm also feeling like there is an emphasis on a message that I said about flattery. Be careful of flattery. And then shiny things is up there too. So be careful. Be careful that you're not basing any choices just on what you see and what you're being given. That you are checking in with yourself. Okay. What else do we have here? Lakeside ride. Oh my God. Somebody may want to take a ride around the lake or ask to meet you at the lake, but I feel like lakeside ride, you see it's in like quotations because it's talking about sex. It's talking about going to places like parks and things like that for sex. Okay. not a ride. It's a ride. Anyway, so you have the number 6 here. Number 6, self-development, 6. Okay, so let me just say this. This person is definitely in an energy where they are trying to be a better person. They're trying to make something right. They do want to balance the scales per se. They really do. They really do. But there's a thing that, okay, let me not keep saying but, because I keep getting this positive message and then I keep saying but. So let me take my ego out of the situation and give you the positive message here, which is there can be an admission of guilt about past mistakes, about past actions, about some guilt, about some fear, about some just regret and remorse about things that were done in the past that were somebody tried to keep a secret. Okay, remember, I tell people every time, you cannot have new beginnings without closing those old doors. It will freak up your life every time. Ask me. I know. I know. Okay, I know, because I lived it. Okay, you cannot try to start new things with old things still weighing you down. It's just going to cause trauma for everybody involved. Trust me, I know. Fallen angels. Okay, so yeah, so someone who maybe you respected, you kind of put on a pedestal, not because they were perfect, but maybe just because of who they were and the position that they held. Even the heart that you saw that they had, you probably put them on a pedestal for those things. And this person is going to explain to you or share with you this week, if they can muster up the courage, their truth. And I'm the channeling Big Mama's house has been going for a long time now, maybe like 3 or 4 months. So Big Mama's house, where means somebody, an agent, a spy, has a certain agenda. They have a goal. They have they have orders that they are supposed to be fulfilling in a situation, and then they fall in love or whatever, and then they're at a moral kind of crossroad about what to do. You gotta tell the truth. That's what you do every time. Tell the truth. You tell the truth. Tell the truth. Days. 6 days. A matter of 6 days. That falls into the week. Collect the lesson. Leech. Burden. And then firmaments. Blockages. Something was... Collect the lesson about the leech, energetic leech, or thief in general, creating a burden when they looked like they was trying to relieve a burden. The firmament, they was creating blockages or division between you and whatever it is that you were trying to create. Collaboration, they were trying to disconnect you from your team, from your source of power, your inspiration. The number 9, I also feel like they were trying to take your they were trying to make it look like you didn't know as much or that you weren't as far along. They also were trying to make you feel like you had further to go than you really did. And this could have been to... Wow. I'm hearing placebo or something like that. It could have been where like they were telling you needed this, and this, just to get something from you, like just to get your money. Like if they're the one who offers that service, they were telling you, subscribing or prescribing all these different things that you didn't need, because you're already 9. You're already at mastery. You're already mastered self. You already you already hold that wisdom of the hermit. You already hold that light. And so somebody else was trying to make you feel as if the light was not yours or that you didn't have it yet. The Lion King. Run away, Simba. Run away and never return. That's the energy. Lion King. Scar. Simba trusted Scar, his uncle. He loved him. He adored him, right? And Scar used that trust to manipulate Simba so that he could have what Simba had, or what was meant for Simba. Okay. So it's your fault. He put blame and guilt onto Simba and cast Simba out. To revise his destiny. He wanted to rewrite his destiny. He wanted to take it, make it easy. If I only had one wish. If I had one wish. Yeah, with the Pisces energy here, that's just stupid. There might be also a very significant Pisces in the situation. I honestly feel like there is. This Pisces could be a family member. If it is, fuck them hoes. 0 to 100 real quick. Yep. I will. A lot of people are going to be trying to bring up memories for you. Okay, we done, y'all. I'm just going to clean up and still talk while I clean. But a lot of people will be trying to bring up past memories, try to rekindle your past relationships and friendships. And some people have already done this, and you just let it happen. You know, you just let them make whatever effort they wanted to make to rectify the situation. You know, you just let them do it because whatever. Even if you didn't fully know that they were trying to cover up for something, you felt something. You just didn't bother, worrying about it too much. I know that feeling. There's been a lot of people over the last 2 years who offer help, or, they just pop up and they want to do something for you. And I'm just like, I don't know where you've been. And it's not one of those things where you want to just stay in, oh, you haven't been here, so why are you here now? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you realize that something must have taken place, because now all these people are here wanting to understand me or wanting to help me and blah, blah, blah. So it's like you can just notice it. You just see it. People be phony. That's it. But you ain't mad at them. I'm not mad at nobody for trying to save face, I guess. You don't have to be mad at nobody for trying to save face. That's what I'm saying. Unless you just got to be right. And then that's a whole problem in itself, right? The only reason you're going to be mad at somebody's mask for not falling is because you was invested in it falling. You needed it to fall in order for you to feel some kind of way about you. Yeah, so this week there's definitely a lot of healing energy, a lot of opportunity. Let me say it like that, a lot of opportunity for healing. But honestly, each situation is going to depend on how a person is met with the raw truth, okay? How a person is met with the raw truth, all right? That's going to be the determining factor about how that all plays out for y'all, because situations are created for you to gain, and the only way for you to actually gain is to be present and act out in the situation the way that is most beneficial for your progression. All right, so yeah, that's that. Okay, the inner child wants to give y'all another message, so I'm just gonna do that. And then I'm going to close this up. Seeds of knowledge. The air sage. This is inspiring people through your action, inspiring a change of mind in people through your actions, inspiring ascension in people's thought patterns, behaviors through your actions, through your example. Sprinkling little seeds just by, you don't have to be a teacher and talk to people every day. You can just live your life, and even that just spreads seeds of knowledge, by allowing someone to see your life or allowing someone to be with you in life. then they're able to learn from you. Okay, so I want to read from this and just see what the air sage has to tell us. The air sage represents a philosopher of air. It is the next level that incorporates or includes all that has been learned. We've been talking much about integration lately. And it's studied as a page and added to it the ability to think for oneself and not rely solely on what is being taught. Come on, Shando Hasala, come on. Yeah. We talked about the family being given new perspective or pathway to something because of one person's actions. Because now people are inspired to step outside of just what has been taught and think for themselves, using the wisdom of what has been taught, but also understanding that there's much more to be added to it. All out here, okay? Thinking is represented by air. Without the ability to think for yourself, to make decisions based on rational and sometimes intriguing variables, you would be an empty, pre-programmed box with robotic thinking. The air sage is blessed with the seeds of knowledge. From the day you were born, you began learning with gurgling, then you mumbled before you learned to talk and then to read. All the while, you also learned to absorb knowledge, some more or less than others. Then you learn to apply that knowledge where necessary. You have it in you to be smarter, to learn more, to become eager to learn more, and to expand your opportunities in life. As an explorer card, you should explore all the possibilities that you want. Never stop dreaming, because anything is possible when you wish to sow the seeds of knowledge that you are privileged to be given. Air is represented with a fairy. They are small, angelic-like winged humanoids who live hidden in plain sight. There are many different kinds of fairies, like the air fairies. They are elemental fairies. They spread seeds across the land for animals to eat and for new plants to grow. Ask yourself, am I sowing, planting the seeds of knowledge that I already have to see what will grow? Am I consuming, learning new things, doing new things, growing in knowledge? This is actually the book that my coaching program for the kids, the whole curriculum is written from this book, this deck, and another deck that's like more like inspirational for kids, but it breaks down these different elements into very empowering lessons for them. Okay, so yeah, it's done now, making copies. Anyway, copy written, so don't copy me. Okay, copy written, so don't copy me. Sorry, but I want another card. And if you still here, then you want another card too. I mean, I like this deck. Oh, look. Ace of Fire, rest to find your spirit. The other one was rest to what your spirit? What was that other ace? Ace of Water? Okay, so Ace of Water was rest to search your soul. And Ace of Fire is rest to find your spirits. Okay. Come on, Fire Ace. What you got for us? The Ace of Fire represents a time of rest, a time to find your spirit. This can mean that you might be suppressing or hiding your true self, your inner child. Your spirit is the essence of yourself. It is the driving force that keeps you going, moving you forward, feeling loved, dreaming of the impossible, and believing that you can make it happen. However, there are times when you have put your inner child part away. Just remember that it's never healthy to do so for long periods of time. It is only when you realize you are suppressing yourself do you remember who you are before allowing the spirit to come out and play. The ace teaches you to rest. Before you can do anything, you need to rest or meditate so that you can think with a clear mind. To reconnect with the divine, be at peace within yourself, and to rest your human body. As a seeker, you should seek out rest for your own care, be it for your physical self or your inner self. Fire represents the aspect of believe. Therefore, you can't just say or express the need to rest. You must believe that you need to rest in order to achieve that desired result of finding your spirit. It is necessary to rest your mind, body, and soul to be able to travel to the beyond, to find the spirit that lies within you. Take the time to find yourself, your true self. Learn to be the person you always knew you were, even if others have you doubting yourself. Ask yourself, have I had to put my true spirit aside? Isn't it time to let my spirit come out and play? Do I believe that anything is possible? Do I believe in my dreams? This card, I feel like, would bring up a lot of questions of things that you have put to rest, dreams that you have put to rest before they actually got to catch fire. Okay. That's something for somebody. Somebody, yeah, you needed rest, but I think you deaded it. You didn't come back to it. I like that card. It's giving me life just thinking about it, honestly. Do I want to share anything else? I've been working with fractals too a lot. Been sharing them with you guys, but I have some that are just fractals, like they don't have any words or anything. They're just fractals and numbers. Oh, that white one is standing out. We're gonna take that one. 35. That looks like a headdress of some sort to me, or some type of like antenna or wand. This definitely looks like a person to me, sitting in like a crisscross applesauce. I'm getting like Merkaba energy. Because this person, it seems like they're traveling through a veil. You got their energy body that's close to them, but then you have this. Try to see if I can help you guys see what I'm seeing. Okay, there you go. You see the difference in the colors there? And it almost looks like a vagina too. Looks like a portal. So we're going to take that one. That's 35. These messages are short, so I'm going to see if there's anything else. Actually, I'm only going to take one from each one because that's the way it should be done. I even like the images on the back, like fishnets. I just heard that. Fishnets. Cast your net. Cast a wide net. And then narrow it down. So you're probably in the narrowing phase right now. Ooh, 27. It's like you cast out and whatever stuck, you drew it back in. Because it's like a tentacle. It's got the little suckers. And I can imagine that. I mean, I know that octopus are typically very intelligent, but I get the sense that even when trying to catch something, they can't calculate it. They just have to like throw their little tentacle out and see what sticks, right? And then draw it back. You see? And so I also feel like too, when they bring the food into themselves and then they take it back out, some things might still be stuck on their tentacle and get to be released because they don't have that cognition of what's staying or what's going. Okay. So there's that. They're just eating. They don't know what's staying and what's going. And it turns out to be beneficial for for whoever was trying to be eaten, like whoever was going to be eaten. It turns beneficial for them. I'm seeing paw prints on the back of that. Paw prints. Immunity. And the violet flames. I'm going to take both of them because they came out. Oh, actually, I'm not going to take violet flame. I'm going to take frequency shifts. Y'all, there's this album. I think you'll like it. It's called Freak Work. It's by a local artist here. The album is nice. It has lots of vibrational, like vibration shifting energy. Just even if you just listen to it and listen to the words, it'll have you thinking different. I think it's called Freak Work. FREQ. Okay. Anyway, so there is something here about shifting energy, shifting frequencies, changing frequencies. Is the name of that person, is that artist's name, changing frequencies too. Anyway, it does feel like there's definitely, even in the midst of some energy shifting or changing or being chaotic, you do have this Buddha-like stature. You do have this stillness that you are embodying. Somebody is casting out a wide net because they can't get directly to you. And so it's, I'm hearing misfires. Okay. But you have immunity in the situation. See, it's actually spiking back out, or maybe you have these spikes around you, so anything that comes to you just gets pierced and dismantled and disseminated back, whatever the case may be. But definitely feel like there's some shifting. All right, so let's read. I'm like, what did I just do with those books? What time is it? Oh yeah, I'm doing good. Come on, man. 11 o'clock. All right, 35. Yeah. Okay, so this card is the Royal Order. We play important roles in each other's lives. We aid each other on the journey to oneness and ascension. Before we can play an integral role in helping others, we have to first take care of ourselves. The Royal Order is about keeping within the divine order of life. Be sure to care for this physical vessel, that is you. It needs to run and function properly. You have an important part to play in the lives of others, so make sure you take care of yourself first. So whatever light you're meant to channel out, whatever guidance you're meant to share, whatever actions you're meant to take to help people, you have to be a good clean vessel for it. Your mind won't be able to think properly if you're not taking care of your mind, meditation, therapy, whatever. Your body is not going to be able to sustain you on long journeys where you might be without things that you need if you don't take care of it. Okay, so there's definitely a sense of caring for the body, even preparing the body for preparing the bodies, mental, spiritual, and physical, right? Preparing the bodies for whatever challenges may come, or whatever challenges may come as you attempting to help other people from this point forward. This is a note for people, for the healers. If you're new to it, it's like, yep, you're here. You're a healer. Was it Londrell say? You're the healer, yes, but you can't heal everybody. It's a beat that hits right after there, and I feel like it's like, boom. So that's a message for everybody here. Royal Order. Also, you remember that last message was talking about you having a path and you living it authentically. And because you're true to you, it allows other people to be able to find that same truth for themselves. Maybe not the same path, but the same truth, being that there is something else. Okay. So that's a right order. You did it. And now, because you focused on you and you just did it for you, that's another message where we're talking about sometimes there's no need for you to be in people's face. You need to do this and you need to change that. And you got to, and even when people are there looking for your advice, when you realize that they're not really looking for the good advice, you can just listen to them, non-judgmental. You know, I have a family member who her lifestyle was pretty chaotic, but I've been there before, you know, multiple partners and things like that, you know, a lot of different things happening. No judgment. Yeah, I ain't judging you. But once I realized that you're not really looking to better the situation, you really just want to seem like you're doing better. You really want to just be in that process of seeming as if you want it to be better. All I can do is hold space for you and show you support, because then I'll just turn into a dictator trying to control your process pretty much. So live your life, boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to judge. I done lived mine, still living it. Okay. Okay, so number 27, new direction. Energetically, your life is ready to move in a new direction, but you have to allow for this to happen. Have you noticed that you do the same things each day, that you've fallen into a routine? It's time to break free from the daily patterns you've created in your life. It's time to be spontaneous. When you do this, you open your energy to the possibilities of something new and revive your passion for living. The energy of the universe is ready to flow, and by consciously breaking free of the routines and patterns you've created in your life, you allow space for the new and different to manifest. Okay. I feel like there's something there about that subconscious, that unconscious grabbing at things. It's like the net has been cast, and it's like these different things can manifest. Okay, so once you say you want new experiences, then you have to get out there and plant yourself in the midst of where new experiences can take place. Like dead ladybug or something up there. Is it a ladybug? It's a yellow ladybug. Do those have special meaning? I don't know. Okay, so let's move on. I feel like I read immunity before to this group. The immunity card comes when we are feeling as though we are under attack. It's a 22. Pew, pew, pew. You may be experiencing disagreements or arguments. Perhaps you are feeling belittled, unworthy, or misunderstood. Nope. Whatever the case may be, there is a feeling of the need to protect yourself. Sometimes these feelings may not even involve an individual person, but are perceived from the world at large. It's important that you stay grounded at this time and not fall into old patterns of behaviors or reactions. Yes, this is an opportunity to deal with your feelings and the situation in a healthier way. Yes, you are not responsible for what other people say, think, believe, or feel. No, you do not have to own it or try to fix or change anything in an attempt to appease them. Fuck that. Every person on this planet is responsible for their own behavior. The immunity card offers you a layer of protection from the negative energy surrounding the situation so that you can respond and take action in a positive manner. Ashe. This also helps you to see the bigger picture and how to resolve the matter in a way that ensures the highest good for all involved. Just as your physical body builds its immune system, energetically, you are building a healthy response system to negative experiences and people. You will not be affected in the same way should this type of situation occur again in the future. You will gain a healthy form of protection on the inside and no longer need to energetically wear a shell of protection on the outside. Those around you will feel the shift in your energy as you become more accepting and open to letting others into your personal world. And then I want to close that with, and letting them be exactly who they are. Not needing to change them or shift them anyway. Just let them be. Frequency shift. You are about to experience a shift in your frequency, and this card comes to help you prepare for the upcoming events. Being ready and knowing what to expect can help you get through the transitional period. A frequency shift occurs when the soul is ready for the next part of its journey. However, this does not mean that our human consciousness is necessarily ready. The things that alter during this period can be difficult to endure, but you will make it through and be much better for it. Yeah, I know. This is reading somebody who's been on some bullshit, actually. Most often, it's giving encouragement to somebody who feels like they're on attack, but I also feel like it's giving some messages to people who have also been on the attacking end. Most often, when this shift happens, we will experience depression or a feeling of needing to withdraw from the world. Usually, there are events that take place just before this shift, which cause a need to step back from the world. It is during the specific part of the transition that it feels difficult to relate to other people. Your path and purpose may feel as though they have vanished. You are left questioning everything you have done and worked toward up to this point in your life. The intuitive faculties will also take a hit. It may seem that your connection with spirit has been completely severed. The guidance you once received will be silent. Basically, everything will get shut down. This happens because your energetic engine is getting a complete overhaul and it cannot be left running while it happens. But just note that once complete, your connection will be stronger than ever. More than likely, you will also have a new team of guides working with you. This is so you can bring these higher energies in whatever work you do. You will be more focused on your purpose and doing the work of spirit than ever. You know what? This is also talking about okay, so there's some readers out here who do put out a lot of messages about the outcome or the result of people doing stuff to other people, like people casting spells on other people. So they talk about a lot of the things, the symptoms, the things you might be able to notice on a person or things that are happening to that person. Now, sometimes when I'm listening to those messages, I'd be like, but isn't this stuff that people go through anyway? Like, don't people go through don't people go through depression? Don't people go through energetic shifts? Don't people lose people? Don't these things happen anyway? So like, how can you label that as a outcome of a negative behavior, right? I don't know. Like, it just felt weird. Like, as I'm reading this, it's like somebody else is saying that what you're going through is because of X, Y, and Z, putting in a negative light. This card is literally saying no, they can understand that. That's their understanding of it. But this is saying for some people, those same symptoms may be happening because they're going through something completely different, an energetic overhaul. I don't know if whoever was here, but over the weekend, somebody accused me of doing black magic on them, like very specifically, like identified me as somebody who was doing something to them. And so it was like the dream that she had about me, and it's bothering me a little bit because I just feel like, we're at this point now where people are literally attacking each other, perfectly decent connections, you know what I'm saying, where people are attacking each other. And it's bothering me because these are all black women. These are all black women that I'm spending, that these energies are with. Like, the teachers are black women. The people who are accusing me are black women. The people doing it are black women. And so it's like, how can our communities do what they're supposed to do if we play these little games, you know what I'm saying, with each other? It's so frustrating. So frustrating. I just heard, how do you sacrifice a whole community? How do you sacrifice your whole community just to kill one person? Mm. As soon as I said that, they started talking to me about all of that. My ears started doing the most. How do you burn down a whole community just for one person, to kill one person, to attack one person? Dang, that's also reminded me of that story. Yemaya got shot with an arrow from her own son because he was angry and just went out and casting that net, shot an arrow out, killed his own mama. Right order. Dang, another right order one. That's in a totally different deck. Or not totally different, but all these decks are about the same person. But yeah, right order. Yeah. It's talking about doing things by the book, or desperation. Oh, you know what? I'm also hearing people who do work and stuff, like magic work or energetic work. There was maybe like an ingredient that was needed, and they replaced the ingredient with something else, and that was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea. Like, oh, no, I don't have any of her hair, but I'll use her mom's tooth that I found. Okay, that's interesting. But okay. So yeah, you may still hit the DNA, but you're gonna cause a whole lot of other stuff that you wasn't trying to cause. Oh, I just love these images. I can like literally feel them when I look at them. I believe that all of these images have light codes in them too, by the way. That's why I always show them to you guys, because I honestly believe they have light codes in them. That one looks like those fountains, the big fountains where the bottom is large and the top is small, and it's like the water is just flowing down. That's what that looks like. I just heard a child is at the top, though. A child is at the top, and the child is what's pouring the water down on everything else. That's interesting. Okay. I'm being told to highlight that there's a message here, that there's this age range between like the mid 30s and 40. So like 35 to like 40. There's this little age group. I don't know if that's how old the person is, or the people are, or if that's a significant time frame for you, or what, but it's like 35 to 40. Well, it's 27 is the first number here, but I honestly feel like it's just that 30, that 4 year, that 5 years from 35 to 40 is what's been highlighted for me. Consciousness. This is a powerful card of change, not physically, but mentally on the subconscious level. There is a healing of your thought processes, old patterns, and way of being. There is a large spiritual force working with you now, helping to rebalance your mental body. You are finding greater clarity and new ways of dealing with life experiences. Your inner work has brought you here. You are in the flow of healing. This is a powerful step toward becoming and outwardly expressing your true state of being. I think that this is really all kind of like anybody who needs motivation, encouragement. Where are you right now? Even me, after that lady said all that stuff, I'm just like, Robin out here on the Windows thing. I'm just like, not that I ever doubted myself or anything, but there was a weird energy on me. So I had to do some self-care and got me a massage, you know what I'm saying? Took care of myself. But there was something that was trying to be on me, you know what I'm saying? Something was trying to stay, and I didn't want it to stay. And what was trying to stay was like just thinking like, what did I do something to her? What did I do to her? Did I intentionally do something? Did I unintentionally do something to her? It was all these questions, even though I know that I ain't do nothing to nobody. Like, I know that. And so, but that's how black magic works. It'll come in and even convince you that you somebody that you're not, so it's just what it is. There is kind of like like another confirmation for you guys, or just validation about who you really are, about where you really stand, especially if you're in the midst of having some type of people are misunderstanding you, or people trying to mislabel you or anything like that. It is saying that this is confirmation. that you're immune to it. First of all, there was immunity, that there was right order, that how you deal with the situation, how you move through this is going to create a wave for other people. So you have to make sure that you're paying attention. Frequency shift also, and then consciousness also spoke about you adopting new patterns and responses. You're not responding the way you used to respond. I noticed that in myself. People be gossiping, and I'd be listening, and I never understood how people engaged with people who were gossiping but didn't share in the gossip. I know now, because I'd be listening to people just talk about their little friends and talk about everybody, and I just be like, oh girl, mm-hmm. And in the next level will be me being able to be like, okay, so why are you telling me that? Like, what you want me from me right now? What can I do for you right now? Why are you sharing this with me? Like, that's my next level, right? To just stop them right there and be like, okay, so that person ain't here. So is there a reason why you're sharing this with me and not them? Like, I'm trying to get to that level. You know what I'm saying? But I'm recovering, because I grew up in a family of gossipers. You know, people like to talk about people's business in my family. So whether it's your business, their business, made up business, it don't matter. It's business, and they're gonna talk. And I'm sure that's what a lot of people. So I am actually having to detox that behavior of like engaging, like, ooh, really? They said what? Ooh. So I'm having to be more careful and mindful of my own self these days. But it's proving true, because I've had a couple situations prove that I'm in a better place with it, because, you know. And it's funny too, because even when I'm aware that that's what's happening, I don't automatically cast the person out or make them into a bad person, because that's also another thing that I know I'm working and mastering. And it may be the same for you guys, where you know, when you identify a behavior or red flag or something like that in a person, and you feel like you need to react on it immediately, you know what I'm saying? Cast them out, make them a bad person or whatever, because you were right. See, I was right. You know, I also have grown past that energy as well. Not to say that when all of this stuff falls, I won't be like, dang, I was right. I will say it, but, you know, not in that same energy as before, where I got to go rub it in and do everything else because I'm right. Okay, so this card is Om. The meaning of this card is twofold. Firstly, it is calling for more time in meditation and prayer. Energetically, you are needing some time alone with yourself in your inner space. Through meditation, you are able to connect more deeply with your higher self and your guides. Energetically, this is vital for you. Secondly, this card calls you to focus on the power of your voice to facilitate the opening of your throat chakra. Mm-hmm. This vocal expression, whether through chant, prayer, or even singing, is important for you right now. It's kind of funny. When I'm singing to my daughter, I make up nursery rhymes when she's going to bed. And there's one that I sing to her, and actually anytime I'm singing to her at night, she puts her fist, she like literally like does this and puts her hand right here. And I just be like, at first I just be like, what you doing, girl? You don't like my singing? Stop. Thought she was trying to shade me. But my baby's an Aquarius, so she's a natural healer anyway, right? And so she just put her hand here, and I just go ahead and sing through it. You know, I just sing right through it now. And for whatever reason, I've never considered myself a singer, but I've had multiple opportunities throughout life to perform in that way. And then people always tell me that not my singing voice, but my talking voice is very calming and soothing. And I'm like, okay, cool. It just sounds like a deep man's voice to me. But it's just interesting to me that they talk about the throat chakra like that. And, you know, I do feel like communication is sitting over here on the top of this deck too. I just feel like she be doing something. I don't know if she be sending me Reiki or what, but it be doing something. Also too, people who chant. Okay, so chants are not negative, but chanting is an energetic way to send energy to, it's a way to send energy or move energy. That's one of the things that this lady, remember I was recommending the album to y'all. That's one of the things that she, I guess, specializes in, like sending messages through movement, eye contact, and her her music. Kind of like, you know how they also say Erykah Badu, they call Erykah Badu the music witch because she actually includes vibrations and frequencies in her music that are meant to heal or to, you know, create a certain energy for the listener, right? Same with like Janae Aiko, and there's a couple more people who've begun to do it more recently. Some of these affirmation albums do the same thing, but this can also be used for ill intent. So whatever side of the fence a person is on is up to them. But there is a thing where, you know, like chanting and singing, certain people have that power, have that ability to speak things into existence on a person, or in a situation in general. That's not just it's not just a saying, you know, words create. It's not just a saying, it's a real thing, and actually a power that many people have spent time developing and are really good at. Okay. Remember we did that channeling a couple weeks ago, language as black magic, using language as black magic. That would include chanting, incantations. That would include prayers, reciting Bible scriptures. Because remember, I told y'all, the Book of Psalms is the number one tool for witches casting spells. The Book of Psalms. If you didn't know, now you know, because this Book of Psalms literally is used in there's a psalm for every spell that I've ever seen. Binding spells, casting demons out, attracting money and resources, attracting fame, protection, pregnancy. Like I literally, I actually just recently bought a holy Bible, because I needed to explore that more. I needed to see just how intense it really got, because a couple of witches that I follow on social media, they have these books that are standalone, like Psalms, like the Book of Psalms standalone, and it's specific. Like those books are written specifically for people to use in magic work, right? And you know, when I was seeing that, you know, for me, I'm like, okay, there's a book that has this. I'm not going to just go to that book because it suits what I'm looking for. Like I want to do more magic, right? Say I want to do more magic. Oh, I want to know more about magic. And I want to know that I'm doing the right thing. I'm not just going to go to that book because it's a Psalms book and it's about magic. So it must be okay. So basically what I'm saying is I don't just gravitate towards things just because they serve what I want in the moment, right? So I decided that instead of buying that smaller book of Psalms, to buy an actual Bible so I can read the Bible. If a person is justifying spell work because they're using the Bible, like I want to be looking at the Bible then, you know what I mean? And not like some other book. Does that make sense? If the Bible is the source, I want to make sure I'm looking at the Bible and not the book that they derived it from. Because, you know, people can do all these little weird things. People can do weird things with words, with language, with using, I wish I could think of that word that I looked up last night. Inequivocably. I think that was the word. And it means that it means that to use words with hidden intent, or to intentionally use words that have hidden meaning. To use a word so that when the person hears it, they don't suspect it, but you know it has a different meaning. Anyway, so those books and stuff, I'm very mindful about that kind of stuff. And actually, the more that I think about it, my tarot cards and stuff, I have been over time getting rid of things like that seem like they're trying to make something fit. If that makes sense. I've kind of tried to move away from things that are trying to make things fit, because anytime we're making things fit, it means that we don't really believe in its place if we're trying to force it, you know? That's how I feel, at least. Okay. The last thing that I'm going to do, because I'm about to get off of here, I think I was doing real good and now I'm pushed over. Okay, so it's 11:15. I'm going to get 1 or 2 Psalms cards since we talked about it, and I'm going to close out. Okay. See, and this is another thing too. I remember because I just said that to y'all. I said, and I don't go towards things just because they. And then here's a perfect example of a time that I did. Okay, of a time that I did do that. I remember like very early on, maybe like in the first year of me reading tarot, I came across this deck of cards, and it was at my favorite crystal shop in Kansas City, and I remember seeing it, thinking, oh, this will make everything better. So I remember thinking that, okay, here's a way for me to do this without feeling scared or without feeling like I'm doing the wrong thing. It's just interesting. It's 150 biblical verses and hand-painted images with a guide, insights from Christianity, Hinduism, Judaism, Jungian psychology, and 12-step recovery. It includes useful spiritual tools, affirmations, breathing exercises, mantras, prayers, and visualizations. It says, by blending words with images, Rabbi Teixeira invites both sides of your brain to engage with the ancient wisdom of the book of Psalms. In his masterful hands, the Psalms become gateways into your psyche through which you might encounter the genius of your soul. See, even those words, even the wordplay just then made me feel some kind of way. You see how I was expressing, like over-expressing the words. For whatever reason, that was weird. This is written and illustrated by a rabbi who is also an intuitive and a psychotherapist whose messages resonate with you on your pathway through life. Use this deck as a guide, as a tool for prayer and meditation, or as an oracle. Okay, good. So anyway, I just like how I said something and then right then I was showing an example of, you said you didn't, but here's an example of a time you did. Okay. All right. I'll take it. All right, so let's see what Psalm messages come out for us. Psalms 2 and 9. Psalms 26 and 6. Okay. Okay, so there's a broken vessel that has now been made whole. And Psalms 98 and 6. Something about sounding trumpets, about some type of judgment. 2, I think. So we have this vessel and bowl and basin. What are they called? Basin and pitcher and basin. That is broken. So we have a broken vessel. Then we have a whole vessel. And then we have the trumpet sounding. They look like eyes though. Okay. So this would tell me that somebody is seeing your healing, but I also feel like this is very much, the water bearer is the one that has the pots like that. So it gives me Aquarius energy, and Aquarius could be watching you, spying on you, sharing your information, spreading the word, sharing your videos, blah, 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 whatever. Cool. Now, I want to show y'all something, but I don't even know if I can. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm going to show y'all anyway. So you got my water pitcher right there by my altar. You got that pot right there on my altar. You got that pot right there. So I feel like, I feel like the work that was done in that, I don't know if I'm getting a message that it shouldn't be here anymore. So I'm getting that message. Okay. So I'm going to take that for myself. And I wanted to show that to y'all just because y'all know there ain't no secrecy over here. I explore things and I work with things and I move through things, not to find them right or wrong, but to understand them. And that's that, to have a perspective on them. Okay. Okay. Let's see. That's interesting though. about how that just showed up. It's time for you to stand up for yourself. Ooh, okay. You can smash them with an iron mace, shatter them like potter's ware. A bottomless well exists within you, indeed, within each of us. The infinite abundance, which can be tapped from anywhere in creation, is known as Siksug. Draw from it the strength that you require. Feel your power. Truly feel it. It is impossible for anyone or anything to intimidate you. Face whomever or whatever stands in opposition to you. Look directly into the eyes of this thief and bent on robbing you of your self-confidence, and speak the truth. Look directly into the eyes of this thief, bent on robbing you of your self-confidence, and speak the truth. Make felt your power, which consists of clarity, intensity, serenity, and surety. Watch as the antagonism crumbles and disintegrates. So let's be honest, y'all. The person that has been, okay, so I was trying to be nice, okay. There's suspicion that I've been holding about the person that made the album that I just recommended. So I don't know why I was doing that. Just mostly because the work is the work. My own personal problem with somebody is that. Okay. Anyway. Ugh. Anyway, either way, this is talking about you have to be honest. You, even though you see something and you know something, you don't have to be afraid to speak on it or stand in what you see or what you know. You don't have to try to make nice. And I'm literally correcting myself right now in this very moment. So if you with me, you with me. If you're not, bye. But you don't have to be nice. You don't have to use the niceties. You don't have to play, oh, I'm cool, I still support, I'm this. You really don't have to. Even if you do still support, I don't have any qualms about it. I don't have anything. The music is nice. Actually, I vibe with it, honestly. Still be recommended it to people on the low. But the fact of the matter is that I don't trust that person. So let me speak my truth. I don't trust that person. Okay. I don't trust them. Me, I don't care what y'all think. I don't. So anyway. All right. So now that I've spoken that, I can move on. It says, look directly into the eyes of the thief bent on robbing you of your self-confidence. Speak the truth. Make your power, which consists of clarity, intensity, serenity, and surety. Make or watch as the antagonism crumbles and disintegrates. Ashe. All right, moving on. 26 and 6. Y'all, I'm learning a lot of lessons about myself, about my own patterns and the things that I do, the way that I deal with stress and the way that I deal with competition, the way that I deal with opposition. I'm learning a lot about myself and the people around me, honestly, too. Okay, so the next card is, I wash my hands in innocence and walk around your altar, oh Lord. Oh, yes, Lord. Okay, come through for your girl with the message. Because your innocence, whatever this is that you're going to smash out, that's going to be disintegrated, that's going to fall. It could be rumors. It could be anything, since there's water vessels, it could be things that people are saying. It could be motives. It could be pent up emotions or feelings towards you. It could be anything, honestly, envy, jealousy, or somebody just set out to destroy you and the way you feel about you and the way everybody else feel about you. Okay. But my God, my God. Okay. Psalms 26 and 6 says, I'm going to be bald if I really don't stop picking in my hair. Don't get dirty. Everything is energy. Every person, place, and thing you can come across leaves an energetic residue, which may or may not have an effect on you. Positive residual energy fortifies your higher selves, and negative residual energy emboldens your lower selves. This negative energy, which can be likened to dirt, is essentially a form of spiritual pollution, or zuhama. Wash your hands, that is, minimize and eventually eliminate your exposure to the pollutant so you can continue to carry out your spiritual work in the world. So when somebody asks you why you separated from them or why you put space between you and them, say in Psalms 26 and 6, it tells me to wash my hands, to walk away so that I may maintain innocence, okay? So that I may maintain my innocence rather than being sullied by whatever you got going on over here, okay? So if they say, well, why they move away so quick? That's why. Because God came through. My ancestors came through. My mama told me, however it came to you, you got the message that you needed to get out before you was associated with that energy. Now, this card also talks to me about, like, at any given point, you can be acting out or playing out the residual energy of a past experience when you meet somebody. So when somebody meets you, you could literally not be meeting them, but be meeting an energy signature that somebody left on them. That's a word. Let me say that again. At any given moment, if you're moving too quickly, if you're doing too much here, there, and not in the present, you can meet somebody and not be aware that what you're seeing is actually the energy signature of somebody else that they came into contact with in the past, whether that's good or bad, whether it's positive or negative. So let's put it like this. You got a man who got low self-esteem, don't think nothing of himself, don't try nothing, ain't got no ambition. He meets a woman who embodies all these qualities: ambitious, supportive, loving, nurturing, caring, and she feeds into this man, right? She feeds into him, she builds him up, and he got some self-esteem now, and he's got confidence, and he know he can do some stuff now. He breaks up with that lady. He moves on to another person. The next person who gets him is seeing this energy signature. Oh my gosh, he confident. He ambitious. He going after his dreams. He in school. He this, he that. He trying to do better for himself. Okay, girl. Okay, I got me something good. Well, now that person was that person, and in that little 3 months they was with that other person, they didn't change. They just embodied some of that energy, right? So in 2 or 3 months, now you are going to see that that was just an energy signature. It wasn't real. It was just you were getting those remnants of that old person that was still on this person. That influence is still on that person. Now, without the actual entity there, how do they maintain the influence? How do they maintain the energy? They got a choice. They can either come clean and say, hey, I'm not who I presented myself as, or they can try to steal the energy and lie. Either way, Psalms 26 and 26 tells us to not get dirty. We ain't got to get dirty with other people's stuff, right? Because we in order to stay guided, to stay connected, to stay in tune, we have to keep up our spiritual hygiene. I think that came up in our channeling last night, spiritual hygiene. So you can continue to carry out your spiritual work in the world by eliminating your exposure to the pollutant or pollutants. I mean, whatever the pollutant or pollutants is, there's that net. Remember to talk about casting that wide net and not catching nothing really. Heed your intuition is what that said. There's definitely people out to try to catch you up. All right, so let's see what Psalms 98 and 6 is talking about. These cards really be talking. Oh, third segment. My mom, she do not be playing. Mama Bear do not be playing. Psalms 98 and 6, with trumpets and the blast of the horn, raise a shout before the Lord the King. Celebrate the steps that you have taken. If creation reflects the divine, the source of creation, then we shouldn't hesitate to proclaim the divine is theatrical. Indeed, we see theater everywhere, at every birth, at every death. A newborn kangaroo the size of a lima bean crawls from its mother's A newborn kangaroo the size of a lima bean crawls from its mother's uterus, then up to and across her abdomen before reaching the safety of her pouch. And a black hole effortlessly devours a free-flying gas planet 30 times larger than Jupiter. So whenever you really have something to say to the divine, don't skimp on the fanfare. Nothing could be more momentous, by the way, than news of your unconditional surrender. Question: why? Answer: to surrender to be blessed. The two actions are inextricably linked. The Hebrew word berek or ni and the Hebrew word baraka, blessing. Barak. Shirak. Praise the Lord. Okay, anyways, I've been a lot of nostalgic ever since I bought that Bible. I promise I've been having so many nostalgic thoughts about growing up at church. Let's see. Baraka. For instance, share the same root. Those two words share the same root. So when you are truly ready to unconditionally surrender your will to the divine's will, throw a party, replete with cake, flowers, and live music. Parties to celebrate good fortune are sure to follow. Okay, so this is also just talking about the steps that you've taken to better align yourself with the truth. This could be talking about after times of being here or being there. You now found your middle ground, and you can now cleanse yourself, of course, of the past. It's also talking about somebody, your ancestors, God, your deities, whatever, whoever you work with, want a celebration. They want to party with you. They want you to make some cake. As a matter of fact, it was 2 weeks ago, I had to go bake a cake. I had to go buy ingredients and literally bake a cake for my altars. When I just said that, I heard altars, not like not like a physical altar, but I heard altars, like split personalities altars. Are we going to talk about spirits being your altars? We'll talk about it later. I'm going to have to write it down so I don't forget. Altars. That's deep. I want one more Psalms card. I'm sorry. I just be doing the most, and I'm getting off. Kind of. That energy last night was so good, though. I slept so bomb. Just one final card, just one final message, and literally, I'm done. Please. I'm done. Psalm 16:6. In my Father's house, what's that song? Are many, many rooms. Something it's talking about in my Father's house. In my Father's house. Anyway, it just talks about all the things, the blessings when you come into the kingdom, when you join the kingdom. So it's beautiful. Psalm 16:6. When you join the collective, not when you join society, not when you join what's popular, not when you join the wave in that sense, but when you decide to surrender to the fact that you don't know everything, that God did not imbue you with 100% of her wisdom. That's what we're talking about right now. For a lot of people, you may be well educated, well versed. You may be, you could be the thumper of all thumpers. Okay. But there is something here about you too having to surrender, because how many times was the earth wiped clean just in the Bible, right? Or not even just the world, but there's instances multiple times where the choice was made to wipe it clean rather than try to save it, right? And after, like, for instance, after the great flood and Noah was reconstituting the earth, they were repopulating the earth even, the stories of history that had to be told, I'm sure there was people who didn't know the before. So Noah is the only person who knows what was there before. Noah and his family were the only ones who knew for a fact what was there before the flood, because they're the only ones who survived, supposedly, right? Just a story, right? So this is talking about a family being preserved for something, a bloodline literally being preserved for something. Okay, I got that message. That literally sounded like a download. I felt it weigh on my head. A bloodline is being reserved or preserved for something special. Okay. I feel that because, okay, so back to what I was getting at. Noah, the people who came to Noah, or the people who were born into the world after the great flood, all had to rely on what Noah was saying. They had to rely on his account. Mm-hmm. And at some point, though, I believe they would have too been given some type of validation or verification that what they have had faith in was right and true. But because they couldn't see that thing, they still had to be trusting in what was taught, and they still had to be mindful and open to what they were experiencing or what was being shown to them every day. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I think it's New Earth information. I think New Earth information is what's happening here. Talking about how you get people to expand their consciousness after they've stayed in a certain state for so long. That state not being a bad state, not being negative, but just being that, it needed to be expanded for quite some time, and now there's an opportunity to expand it. Okay. Psalm 16:6 says, "Delightful country has fallen to my lot. Lovely indeed is my estate." Shando. Yes, thank you for those blessings. Okay. I'm telling you, I've been in such an energy lately of just thinking about when I was a kid, thinking about all the church songs, even in my feed on social media. Like, we used to have a dance team at church. And there's this one song, "Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. I just want to praise him." That song it came up on my Instagram, and there was these girls dancing to it. And that was so nostalgic because I was just like, I sent it to my mom too, because I was like, even to this day, like if enough of us are sitting at church, I don't be there a lot, but even if we was all sitting there, my pastor would be like, "Hey y'all, somebody put on shackles." And he would make all of us 30 years old, 30 plus, get up there and do that. Not make us, but ask us, and we would gladly do it, right? And do that dance. And so there is just something to that. I'm feeling very connected to that time in my life, to all of that. I feel like I'm coming, how you push something away so that you can learn, and then you can integrate, you reintegrate everything. That's how it feels, at least. Like, you reintegrate these things that were true, that you knew were true before, and you just went to go build up on them, right? All right. So anyway, be thankful for all that you have, because so many of us are in a rush for more money, more recognition, more things. We fail to notice how much we really have. Mm-hmm. Your life, believe it or not, is actually overflowing with blessings. Ashe. Can you even count them? Take a careful look at what you have, which others don't. That person, place, or thing may very well be an overlooked blessing. Your significant other, for example, who criticizes your cooking and leaves clothes on the floor, is a blessing, a tremendous blessing. Countless people would love to share their life with someone. Say to the source of blessings, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all that I have." Now that right there was a word. Your significant other, for example, who criticizes your cooking and leaves clothes on the floor, is a blessing. Okay, now listen. Because your girl over here, solo dolo in the world, okay? And that was a whole word about gratitude, about is compromise the right word? It has such a negative connotation to it, to me, in this situation. It's not really compromise, it's awareness. Maybe. Anyway. All right, I'm done, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. 2:30. Oh, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Bye. Peace.